Hey everybody, welcome back to Art a la Carte. This video is a couple of different things. The main thing is a problem that you might find in having a Copic marker. And so I'm going to share that problem with you and how I fixed it, and hopefully it will help you if you ever have that problem. But this video has become a little bit more than that. A lot of problems. One, to know that you're not alone when you think, I love a sketch more than the inking in. Because that's what happened here. One other thing we're going to lightly touch on at the end of this video, so just hang with me for that one. This is day number 3 of Inktober. I've been creating a new ink drawing every single day in the month of October, so if you haven't been following along with that journey, make sure to subscribe to my channel and to my Instagram. That's where I'm posting all the pictures over there. So I'm doing all my pictures in ink, and so far I've been adding a little bit of color, but today, as I was working on it, I noticed something different about my Copic marker. When you use a tool over and over and over again, you know it really, really well, and I knew that something was different. So I grabbed a different Copic marker and I checked out the difference, and sure enough, the nib is really flexible. Like the brush nib is supposed to give and all this, but there was something wrong with it. It was really, really too flexible. In fact, the only way I can relate this to is like if you're in ballet and you have toe shoes and your toe shoe gets old and they call it a dead shoe because it just is broken down and you can't dance on it. That's what it felt like with this. I've covered a couple of different things to help upkeep your Copic markers, like refilling, but I've never discussed changing your brush nibs. In fact, I've never had to do that. I've had Copic markers for years now, and they've never gone soft like this before. So this is a new thing for me as well. I went ahead and ordered some brush nibs online to replace them. I got this pack of 3, I think for about $7. So the thing you want to know is you don't want to change your brush nib unless you absolutely have to. 1, there's a lot of ink that is in that brush nib. And 2, the brush nibs are a little bit expensive. So this was the first time I did it, and I have to tell you that I've never even removed the brush nib, which again, you shouldn't ever touch the brush nib. If you're going to refill, always remove the chisel nib, not the brush nib, because the brush nib is super delicate. So this is what it looks like, you guys. I don't know if you've ever seen it. So I inserted my new brush nib into the marker to let the ink slowly absorb into the nib head. And while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and dissect what this brush nib is. So the base core is really hard, kind of a plastic casing with the fibers on the inside. And then there's this spongy bit on the top, which you can take off. Inside, you actually see the fiber core. This is the part that gives it the strength. And I could see right away that that's where the problem was. Either myself or a certain 9-year-old niece of mine, who shall not be named, probably pushed too hard on the brush nib and bent it or broke it. But you can see there's a definite break in there. And that's what was causing the brush nib to lose its stability. But I didn't know that the actual brush nib was this kind of spongy bit on the top. That's kind of fascinating. So check this out. It's only been not even a minute and already the ink is beginning to fill into the new brush nib. So let's give it a test out, and it works perfectly. Oh, I love it. Yay. So it is fixed. That's the one thing I love about Copic markers is that once you actually buy the Copic marker itself, then you can do refills and nib changes and you never have to throw your marker away. You can just replace the bits that are wearing out. So it's a good investment. So now let's jump into the rest of the coloring. And as I said, sometimes sketches turn out and sometimes they don't. But another thing I want to talk about is sometimes you can have an awesome drawing day where you draw a picture that maybe is your favorite drawing that you've done in a long time, as with Inktober day number 2. Love that drawing. And then you think, yes, I've done a breakthrough. And then you go to draw the next day and it's like your hand has forgotten how to draw and you can't color. And you get this, which I don't know, is an okay concept art for me, but compared to yesterday, I'm not feeling it. So if anything, just take encouragement that it happens to every single artist. There are days we can draw, and there are days that we really just don't feel like we can draw. Has that happened to you guys? So here we go. day number 3 of Inktober, which is called Roasted, which I think I just roasted myself with this art. I am going to fix it up a little bit, and I'll post the finished piece on my Instagram so you can check that out. Again, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for this channel so you don't miss out on any of the other future videos coming up. And as always, have fun in your Inktober or whatever you are drawing. God bless you guys, and we'll see you in another art video. Bye-bye!